What's up, you guys? So just wanted to show you guys what I'm working on right now. Completely new setup, completely new house. Like this isn't where I used to have the fish tank, and everything's messy because I've been setting everything up. But yeah, working on my first planet aquarium. Haven't done this before. You guys have seen on my other tanks, or if not, I got them in my videos. But this is the first time I've ever actually tried to do anything planted. Right now, I put soil. I put organic potting soil. I can put the exact ones in the description. I got the bag outside. But yeah, soil, black sand on top, and I try to put over here regular desert sand looking sand over here. The hill I made it out of lava rocks and burlap sack material. That being said, you can see the little, I guess they're the little strings that got, I don't know, something happened when it got all wet. But yeah, I just yesterday put in these few little convicts. That one calico one. Never had a calico convict. Always had the little normal black tiger one. Those little guys. But never actually tried one of them. Got some clams from my local fish store. Just try them out. Never tried them. Trying a whole new thing with this tank, so why not, right? Over here, I just got I just had the powerhead filter connected. It's supposed to be rated for 100-gallon tank, so you know you always cut that in half. But I'm just using it mainly for the powerhead part of it. Got my heater I just got last week. Hooked up the old Aquatop AT300 canister filter. Something had happened to it. Didn't stop, or had stopped working at some point with the old setup. Didn't really, bother figuring it out because I had the power head and I also had this other filter that I'm going to explain in a second. But yeah, so it messed up. Didn't really bother, messing with it. Too much money that I had for a new one. So I've been working it out yesterday, and I don't know really what I did, but I ended up maybe it wasn't primed right the last time I did a water change or something like that, and it made the motor sound funny. But anyways, it's back up and running. 317 gallons per hour. I can't remember what it's rated for or what it said. I've had that forever, man. But yeah, went to my local fish store, Dubey's Pet World here in Mebane, North Carolina. Always a big shout out, big thanks to them. Got all my plants from them, the fish, the clams, everything else that I've kind of gotten from Home Depot or things that I've already had myself. Ordered offline, like these lights. I've been doing my research for a while. I always wanted to do a planet tank, but didn't actually get to it. Now that I'm actually getting to it, I'm checking out these, they're Zoomed 8.5 deep dome lights. But as you can see, I got too big of a light. I went to Home Depot, can't really see them, but it's Ecosmart 90 watt bulbs, I think, floodlights, and they're rated 5000 K for daylight. Yeah, I mean, they're doing good. They came in, kinda, or I ordered them kinda late. They didn't come in late. They came in really fast, actually. Got them off eBay, and then got the lights at Home Depot, like I said. And yeah, slowly I've been building everything up. Like, don't really know what that plan is, but I just picked it up this weekend with the fish at Dubey's. But it's starting to come out. I want to end up putting those along that whole corner back there. And then up here, I'm going to have these Monte Carlo as I'm kind of thinking about a little carpet up here on the hill. Like I started a few that floated off from something else and I put them in there. right here in front of the, this is gonna be a bonsai tree, just so you guys know. It's gonna be a bonsai, and I'm gonna put some kind of moss on here. I might even do a system where I put little other sticks right there to make it look, and between those two branches as well, to make it look like, or just to have more moss coverage, but I'm not sure yet. Either way, that's gonna be, have moss, it's gonna be a bonsai tree, it's gonna look cool. But I want a lot of foliage in the background. I'm not really sure what I want to do with this side yet, but this side's starting to come along. And like I said, those in the back, making a field back here, these covering the top of the hill, S repins right here up to like maybe the edge of this clam right there. But yeah, carpet of S repins right there in the front. Not really sure what this plant is that I have in here. You guys can always tell me in the comments. Like I said, I'm new to this. I just went over there and got a bunch of potted plants and clump plants and stuff like that, putting them in here. So I don't have a CO2 system yet, but I've been doing my research. I think I'm gonna go do it the pressurized way and go get some 20-pound canisters that I found on eBay. Pretty cheap ones. I've been seeing like 40, 50 for, you know, a good price. Otherwise, everybody's trying to sell them for like over $100, and even for like the smaller tanks. And I don't really like that. So yeah, just gonna wait to figure out my setup. Like I said, do a little bit more research and keep working on finding some of those. But I mean, it's coming along really nicely. Everything's starting to pick up. Like I said, I didn't have the lights in, so everything was starting to, you know, wilt away and curl up and stuff. Like these back here, I think they got bitten by the snails that I have over in this little setup, which I'll talk about in a minute. I also picked up those little ram horns, and so far he's the only one really doing anything. Convict wanted to say hey. But I'll probably do another video too. This is from my phone that I'm doing this, but I'll probably get my GoPro out and take another video for you guys, a proper video, show you some stuff. Oh yeah, I have I think they're called anubias, the small ones, the nanos. That one, I'm kind of thinking about putting it on this corner of the bonsai tree. I'm not sure. And then I got Cryptopara, maybe it's called. I don't remember. I think that's what it was. Whatever it was, I just remember that it looks kind of like monkey grass. And this is outside of my back window. But yeah, that kind of monkey grass look, maybe in that corner. Not sure though. I don't know. I don't really know what I want to do. Like I said, everything's just starting up. I haven't ever done this before. Just going off of ideas. Like I said, I got my lava rock hill idea. I wanted some more hills, but ended up working out because I got the bonsai tree at Dubey's as well. You guys can probably see the fishing line I got right there to the other stick, because there's two separate ones. This stump, and it's a piece of a tree that got broken off, I think. And yeah, that had a big old hole, and this fit perfectly in it. So I was like, hey, bonsai tree. But yeah, okay, now down to this side. This is the only thing that's left of my old setup for the last couple years, maybe 5 or 6 years, back when I had the spotted gar and all that old video that I had. Anyways, I had 2 to choose. Now I'm down to this guy, which can't really see him. This tank doesn't have the best lighting. But I got my, this little, I don't really know, air filter? I don't really remember what they're called, or it's just slipping my mind right now. But yeah, I've had this filter for a long time, even in my old setup. You guys have seen it. I basically use it because this, you can make it, you can slow down the water rate or make it faster. Basically, you're pressurizing all that water all that air into the water. I mean, you're losing it a lot in the bubbles and stuff up here. But I really like it because it breaks up the film on top of your tank. You don't have to worry about, you know, doing as often water changes. It's a little bit loud, but my mom used to hate that, but I don't really care. And like I said, I like the aeration or the oxygen that it gives the tank, as well as it breaks up all that film on the top. And sorry, but you guys can see all the old stuff from what floated up from the dirt, things like that from the initial setup. I still haven't done my like cleanup. I've only done like 2 or 3 water changes in it, period. Put the fish in yesterday. So right now it's just, like I said, it's starting up. It's messy. But yeah, I got my Bachir, my Polypterus senegalis, and he's the only thing that's he's the only thing from my old tank. I don't know if you guys remember him. He was maybe the girth of my pinky, like on its side probably, yeah. And now he's about the girth of my thumb. Like he's a nice size, and I've had him for about 3 years now. I had a big, like I said, he's from my old setup. Had a big old die off. My catfish, my Eclipse catfish from my old setup. Had him about 5 years, along with my other. Sorry about the light there. Along with my other fish, had him about 5. Had my other convict. He was getting pretty big for about 2 years maybe. I hadn't shown y'all an update video, but I ended up getting a chocolate cichlid, and might have had something else, but I think that was pretty much it. Everybody's getting pretty big. Everything was looking good in the tank, and had a big old accident. One of my food containers spilled over the lid, and it was stuck in the crannies and up in the middle edges right here and all that. Ended up staying there longer than it should have. That's my fault. I had to do a lot of work and stuff like that, and I didn't have the tank here. I still had it at my parents' house, and so just because it was a hassle, to, to move. It's a 55 gallon, and it's just kind of a hassle to move it from places, especially because I don't really have a truck or anything. So, but yeah, now I have a Subaru Outback and Impreza Outback. You can see it. Oh, you can't see it. There you go. There it is. My little Outback. I got my other Impreza outside. It's in the front, just because my girlfriend left, or she left in New York. She was having a trip and doing some studying up there. But yeah, some other cars in the front, but that's not important. Back to this fish tank. So this is going up there in about within the next week probably, just because I wanted to put the convicts in there, see how they did, see how the tank had gotten set up. I don't ever really do check my water or anything like that. Like I don't take it to the water, to the pet store, have them check it, or do any tests or anything like that. I've always been able to judge pretty well how balanced they are, and like I said, I got a lot of filtration. That's set up for 100 gallon tank, 317 GPH down here on this one, and it's a canister filter, so that's going to do some heavy duty stuff. And this one's going to go in there too right now in the corner. Probably don't need all of that filtration for this, but I've always overdone it, and that's something that I'll tell anybody who's got questions about the hobby, get into the hobby. Always do too much, just because you can, and just because it'll keep your fish alive. Like I said, if it wasn't for the food accident, I'd still have all my other fish, and I've had the catfish was the longest for 5, and that was on a new setup as well. Because before that, you guys know I had my Oscar, my red tail catfish, and all that. And the Oscar, I had him for 8 years. He never died. I ended up selling him because I moved and I didn't know whether I could have the tank at my new place. So yeah, but yeah, first time with the Planet tank. Like I said, still not sure what I want to do with this whole side over here. Fish stock is I plan on. Oh yeah, I also have a bunch of other snails over here. I gave them a piece of my lettuce the other day from the salad, so they're somewhere around here. I've got like 3, 4 different snails in here. 2 of these big ones and 2 of the smaller ones. But yeah, everything's going up here in about the next week or so. This whole setup is going to be my new oh, and I'm also going to put those rocks in the fish tank, but I haven't I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do. But anyways, this whole setup is the Rubbermaid bin. I have some plastic drawers outside. I'm gonna go do a whole drip setup, and I got my PVC pipe over here that I'm gonna. There's a bunch of other fittings and stuff in this bag. I'm gonna make a drip sump setup with this. I might put some links in the description, and I might show you guys when I set it up. You know, make a video. But that's gonna be my whole. That's gonna replace that. Like, I'm not gonna have that anymore, and it's not gonna be as loud. Still probably gonna keep everything else just because I can. Because I don't ever see a reason not to. That'll add water volume to my tank. That'll add water volume to my tank. I'm gonna have the heaters and anything else in here, so it's not you know, not taken away from the plants in the fish tank and whatnot. And yeah. So I'm just going to keep kind of that setup, just without that one filter right there. Because this is a 20-gallon tub, or no, it's a 32-gallon. Actually, it tells you right here, it is a 23. So I was wrong on both counts. 90-liter tub. Anyways, that's gonna be my drip sump. And okay, fish stock. Bachir is going back in the tank. He's gonna be the king. He's the oldest, and I've had him for a while. Like I said, I've had him about 3-4 years now. Had him with my old Bachir, but the old one died. He never got any bigger. I got him from PetSmart, and yeah, he never got any bigger than he was when I originally had him, and had him for like, you know, 6 years or something like that. He ended up dying. Was super small. Never knew why. You guys are just hiding back there. But yeah, gonna keep these convicts because they're doing well. But I only put them in yesterday, so we'll see how they do. But yeah. So them, and then I've been contemplating Severums. Just because I want to do kind of a biotope. Maybe add some more driftwood on this side. Make a little kind of shell bridge thing over here. Just kind of take up empty space, like dead space right there. But I'm not sure yet, because I like this up here up top. I like those new little plants that I put in. But yeah, Severum, red spotted one, maybe. I'm contemplating that one. I'm not sure. Definitely a red shoulder Severum, just because I love the way they look. And I mean, I don't really know. What do you guys suggest? Because I've always had Oscars, you know, sick Jack Dempsey's, all the main, you know, aggressive cichlids that are going to tear these up, tear up the leaves, uproot them, all that stuff. Don't really want to go with that route, because I've spent a lot of money and time, and I really like this setup. Like, so, not really sure. I like my big fish. I like my aggressive fish. Don't really want to put a gar in here. Not big enough for that. Kind of plans on somebody's downsizing and they might give me a 250-gallon tank. Kind of holding. That's also the reason for all the filters and everything. I'm kind of setting up to be big, but not, you know, I might not have to. Like I said, I got my two heaters over here. I can't remember. I think they're 300-watt heaters. Got them off eBay. Both of those are kind of in preparation for getting a big tank. I got the 2 lights up there. I do have a third one down there, and the lights are inside, but I'm going to change lights. Like I said, wanted to see how this did for now. Also, not leaving them on the clamp setup, not leaving them just on top of the tank. I don't really like that. Gonna do something with this. I'm gonna take the top cabinets off, reframe it, maybe make like a bar that comes out, goes down, back on the other side, and have the lights sitting there, but still not sure. Don't know how far, you know, how close I want them to the substrate. Haven't really done my research on that. But I mean, kind of step by step. Like I said, I'm going to do a CO2. I'm going to do pressurized CO2. I got all my filters set up. I got all the plants and fish are starting to look nice. Got the lights. Got the light set up. Still got to get timers for my lights, stuff like that. Still doing it manually. And you know, just kind of do a little bit more with it. I have big plans for this. There's somebody coming out finally. But yeah, Bachir's super liking his new little tank by himself. He was starting to get bullied by the, I think, by the, what's it called? The other convict that I had in my other tank and my chocolate cichlid. I put the chocolate in and it kind of upset everybody because it made a new hierarchy or whatever. It made a new order in the tank. And Bashir really ended up hiding just behind his little filter and not really coming out too much unless I was feeding or he just felt really good. But he loves to be out and loves to be around fishing, or I mean swimming, that he is right now. He just loves to explore and he's very curious. So I like him being able to do his thing. So he's going back in as the king, you know, set his dominance again. Hopefully, I'm hoping that he doesn't, you know, he hasn't been introduced to fish eating like my other ones. He hasn't eaten anything. He's always been on shrimp pellets, other food that I have, supplements. So he doesn't really know. And I'm hoping that he doesn't go after these guys. But either way, I still haven't even gone over it. Back to fish stock. I'm going to put another Bachir, and Larichi, I think, and an ornate Bachir. All three of them. Like I said, this is too small, but I'm going to upgrade at some point. Whether or not it's the 250, there's going to be something big. And I've always promised that, but it's just going to happen. I know it. Especially because, I like my tank and I always keep it around. Now I got a better setup, concrete in here, so this back room just had new support done before we bought the house, so it's perfect for it. Also got the garage outside so I can think about, you know, new places to put them and things that will support weight. So yeah. Oh yeah, like I said, the Severums, red spotted maybe, green shouldered, or no, yeah. Green shoulder, or is it red shoulder? I think it's green shoulder Severum. That's the one I'm definitely gonna have as well. These convicts, and then from there, who knows? Don't really know what I want. Like I said, I got the clams. I got a ton of snails, so I got a lot of invertebrates. I want to keep my invertebrates in the tank. Some kind of cichlid that'll eat them. I don't think the convicts do. I don't know. Maybe they may correct me if I'm wrong, but I know the Jack Dempsey's will keep your snails down and stuff like that, and I never had a problem. But yeah, as soon as I get all this, the field right here, field down here, you know, start getting maybe even the monkey grass. No, I still want it in that corner because I think it gets pretty high. And if it gets, you know, like up to here or even up to here, like I don't really want it messing up the bonsai look. I do want my Anubis Anubia whatever right here in the corner, because I think that'll look pretty good right there, that little corner. And yeah, moss up top tied to the trunk. Maybe put in these little holes right here and on that branch, that half branch, whatever. That rock's gonna stay. Maybe add some more. Got it from Dubey's. Otherwise, I mean, I have all these, and who knows what I'm gonna do with them? You know, I don't really know my setup. I was planning for this sand to be a lot more just straight black than it, but it's more like it's got a lot of colors. It's got whites, grays. You can't really see it in the picture, but there's a lot of brown as well. And then this was also supposed to be a lot darker. It was supposed to, yeah, be more of like the red right there in the middle, that kind of dark tan color. Oh well, though, nothing's ever the way it looks before you put it in your tank, and then when you do, it's you gotta do a lot of rearranging. You gotta do a lot of you know, like kind of oh well, and then go from there. But don't even know if I have enough dirt down there. Got about up to here dirt. Well, that's not a good explanation because that's where the hill is. But there you go, dirt, sand, and then over here it's a lot lower with the. I only did 1 bag of the desert sand as opposed to 3 or 4 bags from Home Depot. Put them in the depot. Put them in the description. But 3 or 4 bags of black sand right here. What else? Oh, everywhere around here. I'll show you guys pictures, you know, stuff like that. but I made little balls, little coin looking deposits of Mexican pottery clay. Did a little bit of research. A lot of the forums were saying that it helps later on for the plants to get iron from that, instead of having, you know, to put additives, stuff like that in your tank. So I'll be a little bit slower starting since it's my first time, and hopefully they just get some of what they need from that. I know I have to, like I said, I still have to do a lot of nitpicking and stuff, but yeah. I'm still not sure. May or may not be doing a lot more update videos. May start getting into this, you know. I've always shown you guys here and there, but maybe I'll actually make my fish tank a thing now, or my YouTube page in my fish tank. Might make a new account. I don't know. He likes it back there, or she. Since I got him, they've been staying back in that corner, and every now and then he'll scare off the other ones, his brother or sisters, these little guys. But then the rest of the time she's, you know, just following around and hanging out with them. They're pretty funny. They're starting to enjoy the tank, get comfortable with it. They're trying to set up a little thing, but that's going away as soon as he goes in, I'm sure. But yeah, I got the snails. The other Bachirs, other Severums won't be for a while. I want to make sure everything stays nice and consistent. Like I said, I don't really do water tests, don't really do that, but at the same time I don't just put a bunch of fish in here. Don't do too much that provokes spikes. Do my regular water changes. And you know, like I said, I gotta do a lot of research on the lights, how you know, distance from substrate that I need to have them at, because I know that's important for algae growth and plant growth and all that. Change out the lights, because like I said, I don't like this at all, the way that it's doing that. Like, it just hangs off of the bottom rim, and I hate that. Like, it's horrible. And I'm sorry for your eyes. My eyes hurt too, but it's just so crappy. And let me show you the whole reason that the whole reason I got these is if you can see, look at the inside of these Zoom light fixtures. It's that aluminum. It's going to be super shiny. You know, reflect everything back that you're outputting. And it's the deep dome one. It should be the 8.5 diameter. But yeah, so I gotta get different lights. You know, I got them because they were 16 watt. You know, wanted something a little bit higher, like in as near to the 20s as I could. I found some online. I'm probably not gonna do Home Depot anymore, but I found some online. Gonna try them out. Gonna order some. Only like $2 or $3. But this is what I researched as far as not doing the LEDs and, you know, expensive lights. Works just as well. And like I said, I'm gonna make a whole fixture, and it's gonna hang on top, whether it's from the ceiling or from this, just taking off the hinges and making a fixture right there. Not really sure, but something's gonna happen, and there's gonna be all 3 lights, and they're gonna, you know, disperse their light evenly throughout all my plants, which you see a little bit here, but it's gonna be a lot more. Kind of, even though it's my first time, kind of gonna go high tech. Like I said, gonna do the CO2, do a little bit more research, get that set up. May not grow the best, may not be the best setup for now, but it'll do. Like I said, also doing the sump filter with the drip sump. Got a big old fixture that I'm gonna do with these, just the intake and whatnot. My Aquatop filter's been doing pretty well. You know, wasn't running at first. Like I said, took me a couple hours last night to figure it out. Don't really know what I did, but I primed it. You know, turned everything back on, and it's been good. It brought out a lot of stuff. Even though I cleaned, took everything out, took all the media, took all the everything that I got in there, because I changed up the setup way back. Never did a video, but I should probably change it again, because I don't really like the way it's set up now that I think about it. But probably won't, because that took forever to get started, and now I don't really want to mess with it until I have to. There you go. So now these guys are getting all my old setup from this filter because I had it in my old tank, so they get all the beneficial bacteria. That from way back, I've always kind of had it. So yeah, they'll finally get this. My old setup hasn't gotten this for a while, which is him. I don't even know if he's even seen this for how long, other than his first like little while with me. There he is. Sorry for the glare. And like I said, it's my phone, my camera phone. So yeah, don't expect too much. But like I said, might try my GoPro. Got the Hero 5. Just need an SD card for it. Otherwise, yeah, guys. Here's a fish tank update. Got a long way to go, but it's the start. It is the start. And like I said, I'm waiting to put that back in the fish tank so that I know where to set things up. I don't want to set things up until then. That's why everything's still in the pots and only certain plants are potted. I mean, are actually in the substrate. Just got this yesterday. Not really sure what it is, but I'm liking it in that corner. But yeah, follow me on Instagram for updates and stuff like that. I'll put them on my story and whatnot. I'll put the link under the description. Forgotten_origins. So that's it. Just Forgotten Origins. No capitals, no nothing. And that underscore, like I said, in between. But that's it. I'm loving this. I'm loving the little petals that they have for the roots. That's really nice, I think. Also the background, old blue background that I used to have. Kind of want to change it to the black side. It's doing this thing, which it looked like trees at first. Now it looks different, but that'll probably change. But yeah, rocks are going in. Bachia's going in. I don't know what I'm doing with that, but yeah. Big updates. I mean, big things are coming. This is the update. Why y'all, they just like to hide back there, like, that's all he's doing. You got a whole giant tank to yourself, and you're over here being scared of me. Look at those eyes. It's terrified. Not the plant, there we go. Oh well. Day 2 of being this far, which is only like that and the fish and the bonsai. I put the bonsai yesterday and the clams. Clams are in here. Bonsai was pre-soaking and getting all the resin off and anything like that might have come by. I got it at Dubey's. It was in the section for the reptiles and stuff, so I always try to, you know, either boil or at least waterlog, you know, have it sitting in big old buckets, or I use a big old pot, a cooking pot. I got it outside, but yeah, I let it soak, you know, get all the bad things out, let the good things stay for days on end, you know, do water changes, stuff like that. That's what I did with the sand, both of them. That's what I did with the substrate. I mean the soil. Everything's been soaking. Everything's gotten the bad stuff out, or not bad stuff, but you know, made it not as hard for when I put it in here the first time. Didn't have too terrible, you know, cloudiness or anything like that. Cleared up pretty quickly. And even just with the powerhead, which isn't supposed to be by itself. Now it's got the canister filter, but yeah, done really great. Really recommend these guys. Having a powerhead in your filter. I mean in your tank. I like this one because it's got a filter also, not just a powerhead. Canister for the heavy duty. This, like I said, for breaking up film and aeration, kind of. So, gonna change that setup completely. But this has been my 3-step filtration plan. You know, heavy duty, regular filtration from the canister, powerhead, that method. Yeah. Oh, that made me think. My girlfriend's dad got these wheels. He planned to put them on the base of this. I got a whole different setup that I'm thinking of, so that might come into play at some point. Probably gonna paint it as well. It's ugly. I don't even know what it is, but yeah. A lot more in the back. I want to have like a big old forest back there, kind of, because that's gonna get tall. The swordtails are gonna get tall. Well, that one. Forgot what this was. That one I like there. Might put this in that corner behind the nozzle of this filter. Still not sure. That won't be there, so that will be free space. It'll be in here with the rest of the stuff. Like I said, UV filter probably in there as well. Just everything. High tech, fun stuff. But yeah, give me suggestions, fish, things that you want to see, you guys want to see or would recommend. And yeah, I'm filtering through as I go, and let's see what comes out of it. I'll be updating you guys a lot more now, or kind of a lot more, and better pictures. I'll bring the GoPro out, get some SD cards. A little low on my budget right now, but it all happened at once, and I was like, let's just do it. Let's get it started back up. Had the other one set up for easily 7-8 years now, and first time I've had to redo it. So let's go big. Alright, I'll see you guys. Yeah, that's it.